Hello everybody and welcome back to our little tarot corner. Allie from Toe Tarot here, and it is Sunday and you all know what that means. It's another Sunday sit down with Playful Pondering. Today I am debuting my fancy new layout board here by the incredible, as always, Jamie Sawyer. And let's see what we got for this week. So today I'm going to be using my Nature Portals Oracle. I will also be using the Super Lunaris Tarot. I just recently got the Linen Edition, so we're going to use that for the tarot. And then, as per usual, our Sawyer's Path Lenormand, Sawyer's Path Tarot, and Points to Ponder Dice. Thank you to Jamie Sawyer for making all of these products, aside from the Super Lunaris, and Moonlit Fae for making the bags. Now, let's get to it. So let's start with a card. I have already shuffled these, but I'll do an extra little bit here. Let's see, what do we have for us this week? Ooh. So the world. Okay. So the world is all about endings and beginnings, right? It's about completion, about bringing things to a close. It's about bringing things to an end so that the next chapter can begin. So that's exciting for this week. It seems like we're on a new track here, that we've made it and completed this journey that we're on. So now it's time for something new. So let's see what animal advice we have this week. Ooh. Horseshoe crab. And a couple of keywords here are ancient wisdom, prehistoric, and shallow. So yeah, so it looks like we really have been applying all the wisdom that we've gained and applying the lessons that we've learned here. And now we are ready to kind of take off, to continue the metaphor of space here with the horseshoe crab. I love that. So this is basically, to me, it's kind of a giant go ahead. Like, okay, you have learned all these lessons, you have gained this wisdom, and now you're at a point where you need to decide what to do with it. So love that. Let's use some Sawyer's Path Tarot piles to kind of bring in messages on the sides here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So altogether, this kind of shows me that it's not been a slow journey. It's not something that has come to us quickly, right? It's probably something that is very emotional to you, or has some pretty good ties to your heart, something with a lot of feeling. And it seems like you've really taken the time to think about these things, taking that mental rest to help you kind of decide which way to go and kind of guide you through those choices. And it looks like you've also exercised patience. We see here with the Seven of Pentacles. It wasn't quite ready. You've tended to your garden, you've planted the seeds, you've kind of been working on them growing, and it hasn't been time to pluck it yet, but you've put in the work and you've been patient for what has come for you. So now let's see where we go from here on the right side. Guys, this is really screaming about emotional maturity and moving on and patience, growing up. Huzzah to us, right? Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so now it looks like we're at a point where we've put in the work, we've done the work, we have patiently waited, we've made the solid decisions, we've kind of kept our emotions in check. Maybe you've been applying the emotions in your decision making, but you've been able to keep them tempered while recognizing that they're very important. So you haven't forgotten the passion and the love for what you've wanted to achieve here. You've always kind of kept that in the forefront, it seems. And now I feel like we're kind of getting the message, well, it's up to you. You know, you have all the choices at your disposal. You just kind of need to weigh your decisions here. And again, the Page of Cups, kind of the Nine of Cups and Page of Cups, just kind of reminds us to keep that emotion involved in these decisions. Don't forget what you care about, right? Let that be a driving force into what you're doing going forward as to your next thing. Like, okay, so you've done all these amazing things and now you're complete. So where do you go from here? That's up to you. And it looks like you've got choices aplenty. I love that. So let's put a little Lenormand tiles down here at the bottom and see what else we can get. Okay, so we have Stork. Lily. And Cross. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to grab my little cheat sheets because, as I've said before, I'm still kind of learning Lenormand. I do not pretend to be a pro, so let me kind of bring up my index that I have here. Probably should have had this ready. Sorry, guys. Okay. So for number 17, Stork, we've got change, relocation, a fresh start, migrational, moving on, flexibility. So yeah, now it's time for something new. This just kind of confirms that what was over here's past, and now it's time to close this chapter and start out on our next journey here. And then we've got Lily, which speaks about, I feel like in this case it's talking about satisfaction, peace, contentment. It's not supposed to be uncomfortable for you right now moving on to this next phase. You're probably feeling kind of a sense of accomplishment and kind of, okay, now I can move on. Now I can focus on that next thing because I know that I've given this last project everything that I had, or I have put in all of this personal work, and now I really appreciate the person that I've worked to become, and now it's time to grow even more in a different way. And it's about being comfortable with that and about being prepared to move on and being excited for it, honestly. Now this the cross for our third tile here, it's kind of more of a negative card. It kind of speaks of burdens, grief, hardships, lessons. But honestly, in this essence, I'm not picking up a negative connotation for us this week. I'm actually kind of seeing it as you may have been carrying this burden. Honestly, it feels like you may have even been unsure whether or not you were finished. And so now it's another gentle reminder to kind of put these things down now. It's time. Like you were patient, you were persistent, you took the time to sort through it, and you've come to the end of the journey, and that is okay. It's okay to set this down and be at peace with the fact that something new is starting. So it's still, usually they kind of read left to right for me, but it's almost like right to left this week. So, but I'm still just getting an overall very, very positive message of encouragement and, excitement for what's to come. So now let's do some points to ponder in our corners to wrap up this reading. Okay. Okay, Allie. Okay, so at the top, we have hydrate, burn. Down here, 1 and 2. So we have win and leave, and then we have heal. So I think the top 2 for me are kind of coming together in the way literal water balances out literal fire, right? It's kind of a reminder, I feel, to care for ourselves in this time. Make sure that we are hydrating, make sure that we are hydrating ourselves in more than one way, not literally water intake, which, yes, that's extremely important. But also like hydrate spiritually, hydrate physically, emotionally. Surround yourself with those people who kind of give you refreshment and peace and contentment and kind of fill your cup, so to speak. And then burn is again well, it's actually kind of 2 things. At first it was kind of a reminder coming across to hydrate in order that we don't burn. Make sure that you are caring for yourself so that you don't burn out for this next phase. But also it's kind of a reminder to let go, be done. Be done. The past is finished. This chapter is closed. Let it burn. It no longer has a place anymore, and that is okay to advance to the next level. Down here, we've got win and leave. So when you may have been asking, when can I leave? When can I finish? When is this done? And I think this whole reading just screams, now is the time. And heal. So again, it kind of ties into that hydrate. Make sure that you are taking time to heal yourself, to reassess your goals, to realign with where to go next, and take care of yourself in the process. But be comfortable with letting this last phase complete and be excited for the journey that's ahead, because it's going to be great, and all you have to do is pick a direction. I really, really, really dig this for this week. I don't know if anybody else has been feeling this way, but for the past couple weeks, it's kind of been a slump for me. It's been really emotional and really heavy and just very blah. Like, I've really had no motivation. And so this actually gives me something positive to think about this week with setting out on something new. Putting the past to rest, letting it go so that I can focus on this week ahead. So I hope that this resonated with some of you. I hope that you enjoyed my rambling as always. Thank you for coming back and checking into this week's reading. And let me know what you think down below. If you have any comments or if this did resonate, you want to let me know. And also feel free to share this video and bring more friends in. We always love making more friends. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.